If AlphaTauri fail to score 17 points more than McLaren, McLaren will be crowned Constructors' Champion. If Ryan fails to win, Ross will be declared Drivers' Champion. And this time we are getting underway. No mistakes in terms of lobby glitches. Lights are out. Drivers are underway, and Cummins has had a bit of a bad start. He's already been overtaken by Flew into turn 1. He's got a hassle of Mr. Wiggles, who has dived up the outside and is now up into 3rd. I think Damon's had a fantastic start. He's up into 4th place, although Flew is looking to get back past, which he has. Tadius Bear still in 7th. Good start from him. Deflated Wheeze up 3 places. Ripley, Runnier, Greg going, looks like side by side through this S section. And 2 McLarens making contact behind Deflated Wee ahead of Novatech ahead of Deflated Wee. Sorry, these are just running right there at the exit of the S section. And Deflated Wee is super close to his teammate up the inside. Goes Wee, and that's a very good move. That guy now behind both McLarens and looking to capitalise. By side, Dayman getting ahead of Prev off the start, so Prev looking to fight back. That's a really good corner for Prev, getting a really good run on Dayman out of the final corner. No DRS until lap 3, remember, so this is just down to traction and overtake, driver skill for a couple of laps. Ryan places already. Deton losing out of place, but still within striking distance of that top 10. That guy behind will be pressurising him very, very closely though. Greg 13th, a couple of mistakes as Prev up into 4th now. And 2 Mercedes going side by side in the final corner. Ripley now ahead of his teammate Dayman. Prev with the new fastest lap of the race. Lap 2, Prev quickest driver out on track. His 2nd time penalty. 6 warnings in 4 laps. And these are all super close. Look at that, you can see how close they all are coming down that back straight. Onto the main straight now. This could be a completely different order in about 5 seconds time. Ryan looks like he's got a good exit out of the final corner. Here comes Mr. Wiggles now on Ryan. Kemmets, they're going 3 wide into the first corner. Mr. Wiggles down the middle, Ryan on the outside, Kemmets on the inside. Mr. Wiggles had to back out. Ryan and Kemmets now going side by side through turn 2. Prev, no way through for him, and Kemmets has taken the lead, and that is, well, that could have ended so badly, but for Kemmets, he's got that move done, and can he press on now and try and get a 1 second gap on in the next few moments of the race. However, Ripley will have a really good job on his hand, a really hard job on his hands to gain, whilst 3 of these top 4 have DRS. Here comes Ryan around the outside of Kemmets in the final corner, retaking the lead of this race. Wiggles nudging the wall. Prev now alongside. Ripley in the background, just losing that. You can see how powerful DRS is here. Wiggles had to back out as Prev goes flying down the inside of Ryan, who tries to stick it out. They're still going 3 wide. Prev has gone from 4th to 1st in the matter of moments. Oh, and a contact! Ryan and Kemmets coming together. Started with a bit of contact with the wall. Ripley going wide at the end of the S section. That all happened so quickly. Prev went from 4th to 1st. And I think Kemmets hit the inside wall at the start of the S section, collected Ryan, who came around. Kemmets is losing places faster than Boris Johnson losing seats in the Conservative Party tonight, and as a result, that unfortunate accident might lead Ross to win this championship. Obviously, if a safety car comes out, it can completely turn the race on its head as Wiggles takes the lead. These 2 are now 4 seconds clear of Flew, who once again finds himself in a really good position. People in front of him making mistakes, having crashes, incidents, bit of wheel touching, and again, nothing too harmful. Done with this game, says Ripley. So Ripley, I didn't see a wheel problem. Mr. Colucci has crashed, and that is at the final corner, and that has brought out a safety car. There you go, Mr. Colucci crashing exactly the same place he did in quali. Unfortunately for Mr. Colucci, although he doesn't get disqualified, he is out of the race. Wheel is cutting out every race Sunday, even though I just updated it during quali. So yeah, it was a wheel problem for Ripley. Desperately unlucky. I know Patch has had no luck at all this season with wheel problems and technology, but that is very unfortunate. Commiserations, what could have been tonight, with the pace that you showed in the opening stint of the race. And for the safety car until it comes into the pits, Prev possibly will be leading the pack out of the final corner. They are going very slow right now. And I think Prev's gone for it nice and early, giving him a chance in that final corner to warm the tyres. I have to say, they were going super slowly down the back straight, but I think Prev has done that pretty well. Mr. Wiggles, of course, on the hard tyres, so that traction is not going to be his best friend. Here comes Deflated Wee. Lou defending well. We're a little bit wide, and that guy using the soft compound tyres, looking for a double move here on Flu. Oh, that is beautiful. Soft tyres on the car, which means the move was definitely on. As Deflated Wee just struggling to get some rhythm back after that restart, and wide on two corners. Ryan here could be in with a shot at 5th place from 9th place, so a problem for Runier on the restart. Novatech has managed to catch up to the back of the field, thankfully for him, before the restart. Ryan is now up into 5th place, and only 4 cars between him and the race win. Virtual safety car. What's happened here? Is that Novatech? Yeah, Novatech has had an off somewhere, possibly debris on the track. No wing on the car. Patch pits. He might go on to softs for the rest of the race here. This might be a nice call from Patch. It's another set of mediums for Patch. Virtual safety car, so not full safety car. Obviously, Novatech will have to pit again. Here in Jeddah, that guy just running wide there. May have got another warning onto his total. Here comes Mr. Wiggles. Leaving him room. Very courteous racing from the pair, but that move from Wiggles just didn't quite work. His hard tyres didn't give him the traction he needed out of turn 13. And all of this is helping Ryan to catch up. That gap has reduced from 2 seconds now down to 1.4. Ryan will be hoping he can absolutely leather it on this straight. Mr. Wiggles so close to the back of Prev. That guy had to brake early to avoid the Haas in front of him. Ryan now trying to force his way into DRS zone. He hasn't got it, and he is losing fractions of a second per second. Wiggles takes the lead, Prev ahead of his teammate, but now here comes Ryan onto the back of the top 3, making it a now top 4. Ryan still hasn't got DRS, so he needs one more final push in this first sector, and then he can save some ERS while he's got DRS on the cars in front of him. Flu and Deflated Wee aren't too far behind Ryan as well, they could race. Dayman's out, and that is a crash on track, and that has brought out another safety car. What happened with Dayman? It was coming into turn 3. With Greg, just see coming up on the right. This is where Dayman has lost it. Oh, and that's a nasty one. It's on the racing line, pageant to the pits, where I imagine everyone will be pitting onto a brand new set of soft compound tyres, is the question. Wiggles pits, Prev stays out, that guy pits, Ryan stays out too, Flu stays out, Deflated Wee stays out. Ryan's shot at winning this race could have been thrown a lifeline. And Prev leads the race from Ryan, Flu, Deflated Wee, who is already looking to get into the top 3. Mr. Wiggles has already cleared Kemmons. And Mr. Wiggles' hope at winning this race has got that much better. Only 4 cars now separate him in a race win. Kemmons time penalty behind Wiggles. Oh, and Deflated Wee is struggling a little bit. Flying off the track. Wise, but here comes Deflated Wee. That's a beautiful switchback. Perfect example of how to do a switchback. Mr. Wiggles now 3 drivers between him and Glory at Jeddah. His only race win last season came at this very track. Here comes Wiggles now side by side with Flu. I think Flu did what he needed to do there. Wiggles fully alongside, had the inside line. Wiggles is flying. Ryan has to make his way past, I've often dubbed the best defender in this racing league, Prev. Prev knows exactly where to park his car. He knows how to defend. He is a stubborn son of a gun. Here comes Mr. Wiggles round the outside. Better traction on those soft tyres. Beautiful move. Ryan gave him the space. Ryan's title dreams might be over on lap 21 of the Jeddah Grand Prix. Mr. Wiggles eyeing up Prev in this same straight. Had to back out of the throttle. Now fully alongside. Will Prev give him the space that Flu did? Yes, he will. And Mr. Wiggles he hasn't even benefited really from DRS. He's just used those soft tyres brilliantly. Mr. Wiggles loves this track, no doubt about it. Won last season and could be on to a second race win in Jeddah. Ryan, to have any hope of winning this race, he needs to get past Prev. It is under massive pressure. You can see from Kemmons and that guy. Flu has kept his nose clean. He's kept his nose clean, sorry, so far, and has no time penalties. That may come back to help him in the long term. Ryan is now past Prev, up into second. Ryan needs to hope that Wiggles gets a time penalty in these remaining 3 laps. And Ryan needs to hope, of course, that he can stay within 3 seconds of the race leader. If not, Ross is going to be crowned champion in 3 laps' time. Wiggles leads by 3.6 seconds, and here comes Prev. Two laps remaining of this Jeddah Grand Prix. Mr. Wiggles leads. Prev now up into second place, but has the time penalty. Ryan will be getting second place as things stand. Ryan, as it stands, will get second place. Although he is under pressure from that guy who takes the pair of them. Here comes Ryan late on the brakes down the inside of Prev. This can end in tears. That guy, good move down the inside of turns 25 and 26, but he's just going to get mauled here. He's got one to the left, one to the right. Oh, and 2 Aston Martins crashing. That guy will have damage What's happened to Jumbo? I think maybe a bit of contact with that guy's rear right. Here comes Kemmons now, out of nowhere. Kemmons maybe a bit of contact. Oh, and Jumbo sending it. That guy I think has damage. This is a frantic finale, fighting over seconds. Preva's now got 6 seconds of time penalties, which means Ryan is assured second place, no matter what happens here. Jumbo is up into 4th place and is flying. Mr. Wiggles is going to win this race. Has a healthy margin. Beautiful pit strategy when the safety car came out. Mr. Wiggles definitely, that strategic call has won him this race and has won Ross his first IIRL championship. Here comes Mr. Wiggles now around the final corner. Prev and Ryan are still fighting, by the way. But Mr. Wiggles, beautiful strategy call. He won last year in Jeddah. He wins again. Prev Jumbo is right on the back of this trio as well. Ryan finishes second, which means Ross is officially NA champion of the world for season 2. Flew without penalties, jumping onto the podium when all hope seemed lost. Jumbo overtaking Prev on penalties. That is a brilliant race from Jumbo on the final stint. Runner his teammate, great drive to finish 6th. Kemmons after that sparking barrier you can see on your screen, that is where Kemmons accidentally hit the wall and cost Ryan some places. Greg finishes with 3 wheels on the car and in 13th. Deflated weight, a great drive in the opening stint, had to be said. But those time penalties, just that final stint, just didn't work out for him in the end. Finishes last of the classified runners. Yes, and bonjour, Magic and Lava. There to see Flew with back-to-back podiums here in the NA Tier 1. Mr. Wiggles winning the race, which means Ross is crowned NA champion. Congratulations to Ross.